Alright, so this first video is called How the Universe is Way Bigger Than You Think.
Science.
I saw this and I thought, why not watch it? Malcolm may like it. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how far deep this video goes, but it is 10 minutes.
Sound like it's gonna be pretty deep.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
Well, I am a man of science. I like science, so.
You do go to the Church of Scientology.
No. No, sir.
I'm just fucking with you. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
This is a real-life lore video made possible by Squarespace. Make your next move with a beautiful website from Squarespace. This is Earth. You live here on this planet somewhere, and everything that you've ever known is located right here. But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor, the Moon. You may think that the Moon is very close to Earth since it dominates our night skies, but in reality the Moon isn't this close to our planet, it's actually about this far away, 384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance, and if you somehow were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance. Despite this incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the furthest away that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth, and one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would look like from there if you were standing there with them, and if you wanted to communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them, since that's how fast the speed
That's
of light
quicker than
can
I
travel
thought.
at.
Yeah.
This is a photo that was taken on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface. On average, Mars is an incredible
Mars is the last
225
planet
million
that
kilometers
we
away
learned
from
in the
Earth,
alignment,
but
right?
that distance
No, that's
can
Pluto.
be as
I'm
high as
Pluto's the last
401
one.
million kilometers.
That's
That
like
means
the
that
last
whenever
on our
humanity
range.
Mars is like the
finally
third
gets around
or
to
fourth, right?
landing a human on the
Yeah,
planet,
Mars is
that
like the
person will be
second closest thing
996
to
times further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed on the
us.
moon were. In addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction, which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency impossible. When we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth. It is currently located 138 AUs from the Earth, AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is. At some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around and took this photograph. It may not look like much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken.
I like trying to see
Earth, and I don't think that anybody has ever said something as amazing about this as Carl Sagan when he said, "If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and every forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations, every king and every peasant, every young couple in love,
I think the Voyager has the fucking woman I'm mistaken,
every inventor
like
and
this
explorer,
golden
every teacher
like record
of morals,
Yeah.
with
every
like
corrupt politician, every superstar,
like I guess
every
modern
supreme
stuff
leader,
at the time,
every
like when they
saint
launched
and sinner in
the
the history of our species
when they
lived
launched
there,
the
on a mote of
into
dust
space.
suspended
So
in a
it has
sunbeam.
like this golden disc
Voyager
with
1
the
is
like
currently
record player, so they
traveling
can
at
like listen
17
to
kilometers
like
every
some of the shit
single
from like
second,
Earth,
but even at that
like
speed,
the
it's
songs that
right
were
out of the
popular
reach of
and
our solar
like a
system
little
for
bit of
another
history and shit.
30,000
How long has it been there, though?
years. Once
It's
we
still
go
on
beyond
that
the solar
motherfucker.
system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here
Oh, you
we
just saying
search
popular
the
songs
light-year
like
unit of
one of like
measurement,
Britney
which
Spears,
At that
is
time,
like
light
Britney
no.
Spears
travels
is
in
on
full
that
Earth
shit.
year.
No,
About
no.
NSYNC, bye bye bye. Some
Nah,
shit.
nothing that
Here
current.
is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.24 light years away from us. To put that into perspective, if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it. In other words, if you drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there, and it wouldn't even exist still when you arrive.
Damn.
When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here. This yellow dot is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history, which means that any possible aliens who live outside of this range are totally unaware of humanity's presence. It's complete silence outside of this yellow dot as far as we are currently aware, but the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end.
Somebody
There are over
inside.
100 stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy. But you have never seen the full glory of the galaxy at night, because 99% of the stars that you can see with the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But even this massive galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there. Zooming out even further, and we
need
arrive at
some
the local
shit
group
like
of
Star
galaxies,
Trek.
a collection of 54
some,
different
hyperdrives
galaxies that is
or
about
something.
10 million light years across. But zooming out even further, and we can see the Virgo supercluster, of which the local group
I ain't
here
never
is
heard of that
just a
shit.
tiny segment of.
Virgo
There are
supercluster.
at least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here, and the distance from one side to the other is a mind-numbing
How the fuck do they know this type of shit, though?
million light years.
If ain't no satellite or nothing
Yeah,
that's never been this far.
telescopes and
Is
shit.
nothing but a quiet
I mean, that's why they
Virgo
kind of
with
launched
a
the
great line
Voyager
of
anyway, because like the
supercluster,
further it gets, the
enormous
further,
structure that is
like
home
the
to
more
our
shit
galaxy
we
as well as 100,000
read off of it, the
other
more shit we learn
galaxies.
from
The
it
distance
too.
from one side to the other is 520 million light years, but from even there we can zoom out all the way to the entire observable universe and see that even the titanic Laniakea supercluster is just a tiny and insignificant part of everything. This is the observable universe, and it contains everything that we know of. It is home to at least 2 trillion different and individual galaxies, which together contain more stars than there are grains of
That's fucking
sand on the
insane.
entire Earth. The distance from Earth to any side of the observable universe is 46.5 billion light years, which means that the entire width is 93 billion light years across. What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe.
Aliens.
Keep in mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is vastly larger and more fantastic than we
So
can
they saying that's
possibly
basically
ever
the shit
imagine. We simply
that's
don't know what else is out
within
there
that
because
box
the light
is
from
what
these
we know, and
incredibly
what's in the
distant
box,
places
but
has not yet
outside
had
the
enough
box,
time in the
we don't
universe's
know.
history to reach us yet back on Earth.
See.
And the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time, reach Earth. Meaning that even if humanity
Never
is
say never.
eternal and exists forever, there will still be an unknown number of places in the universe that we will never know about or ever see. So,
That's
it is
why I'm ready
very
for some
likely
Star
that
Trek
as
shit.
unbelievably enormous as
Start
it seems,
voyaging
the observable universe is just
to
a
the
tiny
planets and shit.
slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after the Big Bang, and with the assumption that the size of the universe before inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest that at the present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the observable universe. That number for reference looks like this,
What the
with
fuck is a
this many
sextillion?
zeros. Let this number sink in for just a moment. This would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the former planet of Pluto. Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto, but we inside the light
Why did
bulb
you say
were
former?
totally unaware that Pluto existed outside of it, and that's a similar situation to this.
Pluto's been off and
We are
on again
all
as
so
being a planet.
unbelievably small.
Okay, I
but
just
you
thought
shouldn't
it
worry.
disappeared or
because
some
all
shit.
that
Nah.
means that there's so much left out there for us to discover together.
Bro,
I mean, that was cool.
I just got mind fucked. I don't even know what the fuck a sextillion is. After that shit,
It's a 6 trillion,
bro.
That was pretty cool. Man.
So the satellite is the thing that, as far as it got to know about this observative universe, or what the fuck he was saying, or what the fuck the case is.
Yeah, because like they built like every.
So that means
I
we
want to say
safe.
every couple
So that means we kind of
centuries we
safe.
build like satellites. You know that should take a lot of money and shit. And they launch them out into space. So the further it gets, the Voyager 1 is like the very that's the one that's like very far away. That's close to some planets.
He was saying that we don't know what's behind us on the Milky Way type shit. What the case is.
Yeah, he was basically saying like
So that means we kind of safe then on the inside then. So like we got two sections of the Milky Way kind of.
Well, yeah,
safe area, right?
Yeah, it's like what he was kind of saying was that basically, all right, picture like this phone in this box, like the box shape of like our phone and shit.
Yeah.
So like everything so far that we know of is like our universe and a whole bunch of other different universes and shit are inside this box. What he was saying is we don't know what's outside of that box because it's more space and more shit and more stuff, but that's as far I guess as our telescopes and like the fucking
aliens,
thing
I need some
reach.
aliens
Bro, you don't want those problems.
I do actually. I told you when we get some aliens, we gonna get some order around this bitch. That's exactly what the fuck we need.
You watch too many movies, bro.
I mean, if we die, my nigga.
Well, if it's, I would say.
Well, all we gotta do is actually listen to these niggas and just be in order.
He said, just be in order.
Hey, we need a little order, bro. It is what it is.
He's like, we need help. Because obviously, we need outside. We need an outsider look at hit on this shit, huh? He's like, because obviously, we failing at it hard.
Bro.
But that's like, that's like crazy. I don't know, like, they had that much info on, like, the whole
That's what
box
I'm thinking. Like, how did they know this much, bro?
inside.
You saying it's a satellite, but I guess so, my nigga, because I low-key can just make some shit up, too.
I mean, yeah, that too. Like some of this stuff are like theories and conclusions and like shit like that people
I can make up some big words and add
hypothesize
zeros,
over years and time and shit. You know, because like many
Quadruple sextillion shit.
years ago, many years ago, and we still got motherfuckers thinking this shit. But I don't know why that people thought the world was flat. But like
they don't think the world is flat, but they need to think that the world ain't shit compared to the whole motherfucking universe.
Shit, it's still people that believe like we the only things like out there and existent. Like I don't think that at all.
I'm just waiting.
He's just waiting. You want it to be like Futurama and shit?
No, we ain't gonna make it to see Futurama, bro.
I
know that.
I mean, that would be cool because then like tech would evolve and like
if I can get freeze my body, be like a pod baby and shit too. Though, at the same time, that would be cool. I don't know.
or you just want to be on your Captain Kirk shit and just fucking like blue aliens and shit.
Yeah. I can dig that. I can dig that.
Like they customs and shit. I will. Like if they're, I don't know. Like that's why I like science. I like learning new stuff. Like,
but that just fucked my head up though a little bit.
Like if there is like, that's why I like.
Just to think that we this small in the Milky Way, then the Milky Way is this small compared to the observable universe, whatever the fuck the case is.
It's
and
like
then the observable universe is even smaller compared to
that.
What the fuck was that shit called? I forgot what the fuck it was called. But the observable universe is just small as shit too.
Yeah. It's like crazy. Like,
I deleted the fucking.
That's why I'm like. it isn't no way that like we're the only beings in one universe, in our universe.
We just safe.
Like
we just safe on the two first borderlines of the Milky Way. That's it.
Right. We like
we don't know what's behind us.
Right. Because like I
we
remember
don't
looking
know
at
what's
an
behind
article.
us. We don't know what's on the side of us. We don't know what's on the other side of the Milky Way.
You know what's funny? Because like I listen to like I be watching a lot of stuff and listen to different like theories and stuff like that. And one of the theories was that I thought this was pretty interesting. Somebody said that what if a long time ago, like really the people that are on Earth were Martians. Like we are basically Martians, and we basically fucked our planet up. And I guess a long time ago, and we traveled to Earth and started on Earth.
A lot of light years, bro. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's a lot of
from what you said in this video.
Yeah, right. I was like, some people there, I was like, yeah, that basically like that's why like because Mars had at one point Mars was just like Earth at one point where it had like oceans and shit like that, but now it's just all ice and shit. But some people speculate that. I was like, man, that's fucking crazy. But I was like, it'd be far off. But I was like, who the fuck knows? Because
I'm fucked up right now, bro. I should have watched that video. I should have suggested that video, bro.
Nah, that was a cool video though. That was pretty cool.
Right now.
He said you fucked up now. You want to watch the Magic School Bus to make you feel better?
Watch some cartoons so I can sleep at night or some shit. That shit
Nah, he's like, you basically just watched the video and it was like, you ain't shit.
Fuck everything you ever thought, nigga.
Like, everything you thought
everything you ever been taught is a lie.
It's like, you're not the only ones.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, if you ever look at NASA's, like, website and stuff, I remember they did, like, an article saying that they found, like, in another galaxy, they found a planet that's similar to ours. I called it Blurf.
I thought that was
because it was like the Earth, but 10 times. Yeah, they've been looking at a lot of identifying a lot of other planets that's outside our Milky Way, that's in like in another like Milky Way and shit.
Copy off Instagram right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I call it this one like Blurf because it looks like a black Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so it's
like
Wakanda of Earth.
This is Wakanda of Earth. That's funny. No, but like everything, like it basically looks like it has like some life, and it's like I want to say 100 times the size of Earth, so it's like fucking huge.
What we don't need is more space.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, it looks like Earth, but it's like black.
Oh, man.
It's like black.
You know what, Malcolm? Fuck all this shit, bro.
He said, "Fuck all this shit." He said, "You look like that episode of you look like the episode of Futurama when Pfizer was like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore."
That shit just fucked me up. I should have watched that shit.
You want to open the rabbit hole? Now your mind fucked. You ain't gonna be able to sleep.
YouTube and Facebook make me go down that rabbit hole, bro.
But it's cool when you find shit out like that. Yeah.
I need to find out more now.
You want to find out more?
I want to figure out how the fuck they got the conversion of sextrillion, my nigga. Or sextillion, whatever the fuck that shit called.
Yeah. That's a lot, man.
My nigga, I thought this shit just stopped at the billions. I feel like Dr. Evil
No.
now and shit. I feel like Dr. Evil and shit right now.
Trillion, zillion, billion.
Yeah, I know about Z's and shit, but my nigga, that's sextillion, whatever that shit called, my nigga.
At this point, I would
that
say
shit was a color.
infinity. You said you thought it was a car, huh?
I thought that shit was a color, like sextillion or something like that. That shit a number, my nigga. God damn. Who the fucking count that high?
Hey man, you be surprised. Hey man, they go up. Like it's just like
I thought are you smarter than the fifth grade? It was a problem. This shit is a problem, bro.
It's just like the equivalent to when for space, like
I'm so mad.
memory card space, like megabytes, gigs.
Megabytes, no,
Yeah, it's
terabytes
shit that
and
go
shit.
past terabytes.
It is?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't tell me that shit.
You know that shit exists, right?
Hey, bro.
It's shit that go past a terabyte.
I'm just thinking everybody got terabyte external hard drives.
Nah,
Bro. Got a lot of them.
Most of these companies out here, they got shit that like past terabytes.
Let's go to the next trailer, bro. I need to watch some cartoons or some shit, bro.
You need to see something happen, huh? Life is too real,
I
huh?
need to see some princesses or some shit, bro. I'm done with this shit.
It's getting too real for you. It's like literally blowing your
This
mind.
shit fucking me up right now, bro. That shit crazy, bro. I don't know what to do.
Oh, man.
My box got destroyed, bro. The box I was living in.
It got blew up.
It just got destroyed, bro. Regroup.